Hello and blessings, beautiful souls. How are you doing? Apologies for, just the low tech at the moment. I'm just sitting here at my computer, organizing all of this. So I want to talk to you about something quite serious. I have just then, right then at this minute, created a campaign, a GoFundMe campaign, a GoFundMe campaign titled Please Help Allorah. Many of you already know who Allorah is. Allorah is one of my very best friends. Right now, she's going through a very hectic and very serious health condition. She has had a pulmonary embolism and a splenic infarction, and she has to go in for surgery to change the battery of her pacemaker. This may sound like a simple procedure, but Allorah has a very serious, very extensive cardiac history. She has had several open heart surgeries in her whole entire lifetime. As such, only half of her heart is actually functioning. And so all of this, other health stress has placed, a really, intense sort of illness in her, and she is struggling seriously at the moment. She is on very heavy medications. She is not able to leave her home, and she can only really travel between there and her doctor's surgery. Her pacemaker battery runs out. When she first told me this, which was like last week or the week before, it was 30 days. But it's been time since then, and so she's got around 20 days left, and she has to go in for her sorry, my dad's walking in at the moment. She has to go in for the change of pacemaker battery, within the next 20 days, let's say. So I have created a GoFundMe campaign called Please Help Allorah. Her and her family are under some serious financial stress at the moment because of all of this. Her hubby has had to take a little bit of time off work to support her, to help her, to visit her in the hospital because she was in the hospital very recently and she was in there for a couple of days. I sent her some flowers and she's out of hospital now, but she'll be back in hospital soon enough. And, it's all just taking a bit of a toll. Allorah is American. She's now living in Australia with her new Australian husband in Western Australia, which is far away from me. I'm in southern Tasmania, so southern Australia, and she is Western Australia. And she has asked if I can go there and help her, when she's recovering from her next surgery. Her next surgery is, like I said, it's a pacemaker change, but it's not a simple procedure, and it's not just a simple pacemaker change because of all the situations that she has going on in her body. You can ask her all about this. I don't know how to explain this, but I know that she's in a great deal of pain. She's scared, and, it actually hurts my heart. Because, she's far away from home. She doesn't have family there. Her mum's not there. Her dad's not there. She doesn't have any family other than her new husband and, their 3 lovely kids who they only get every so often. And so, this is a very difficult time for her. This is a very difficult and challenging time for her family. And I asked her if she wanted me to do this. She's a very proud woman, and she said no. But her husband said that, they need it. They need the help right now. So I've put this together. I've put this GoFundMe campaign together. All the proceeds of this GoFundMe campaign will go directly to Allorah and Allorah's family, her husband. And this will help to take a great deal of stress off of their plate right now, because all of this is creating a great deal of financial stress. The more time he has off work, the less money they get. Bills don't go away when you're sick. You know what that means. And also, she's not able to work at the moment. So her, hi, Anna, how you going? So she's not able to work at the moment, which means that their income stream into their household has been, vastly diminished. So this is the situation. And I have created this campaign specifically for her. I would like for her to be able to rest and heal without having that worry and that stress in the back of, you know, their mind. We all know what it's like to feel that financial stress, to be stressed over something as gargantuan as finances. When you have money issues and financial stress, it can really eclipse everything because they are very, very serious. And so I would like for her to be able to relax a little bit more about that and just really focus on her healing as much as she possibly can without consistently having to worry herself about where, you know, the rent money is going to come from and where the, you know, the fuel money is going to come from and all of that type of stuff. You know what I'm talking about? I don't have to like articulate it. I'm sure that you're already well aware and very familiar. And so that is what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. I will link this. I'm streaming directly off my phone because today has been a day. Today has been a day. I'm sitting here in front of my computer, but I'm streaming off my phone. And I will go in and I will edit this and I will place the link to the GoFundMe campaign. Where is the link to the GoFundMe? What happened? I'll have to place it in the, wait a minute, let me see. I wonder if I can, just give me a red hot minute. Copy. No, I'll have to do it after I finished streaming, which will be very shortly, because I just wanted to take the time to say this. I have shared this already on Facebook. I've shared it in my private Patreon community, and I would appreciate it if you could share it around. Oh, thanks. Thank you, Anna. Thank you so much. Yeah, this is all a bit rushed. I've been talking to her this afternoon, and I was talking to her and her husband, you know, and I could see that she's, you know, she's in a hard, you know, she's in a bit of a rock and a hard place at the moment. And, you know, it breaks my heart to see this, because I've never been in that situation. I don't have any serious health complications, but I do know what it's like to be in a foreign hospital, and it's terrifying to be in a foreign hospital when, you know, at the mercy of a foreign health system. And that is exactly the situation that she is in right now. Australia does have a very good health system, but it's very different to that of America. And so she has that cultural kind of shock thing happening as well at a time where she's already really stressed. Everything looks and feels unfamiliar. She's unwell. She's far away from her family. She's stressed. She's emotional. These are serious complications. And they began when she had a bit of a vomiting, like a bit of a bug, like a stomach bug, and she was vomiting quite a bit. And that's when it happened. That's when she had her pulmonary embolism, because it pushed the pool of blood, you know, up through her body, and the clot then formed. And it's a complicated thing that I don't even know how to explain. But I know that she has put out a couple of sort of short posts on Instagram and Facebook, sort of explaining it a little bit. And, you know, and I can't quite articulate it. And, you know, with all of this and her already pre-existing heart issue, everything just becomes a little bit more complicated. Western Australia has just announced as well that they may be closing their borders because they've had a case of COVID over there. Allorah had already contacted me asking if I would be able to travel to help her, because her husband will need to work. So she needs somebody there to be able to help her. And because she doesn't know anyone in the area and all of her family's far away, I'm going to try to get to her if I'm able to and they don't close the borders. I've already spoken to my husband. We have a care arrangement, obviously, my ex-husband, that is. And so I've asked him to just be on standby, because I won't know when I need to travel until that date. I've spoken to my father. They'll look after my puppy. I've made like preliminary arrangements, if that makes sense. And, you know, I'm just trying to make sure that she has what she needs at this time. And I'd drop anything to go to her. I honestly would. I wasn't able to make it to her wedding because of COVID, but if I can make it now, I will. And so, yeah, I would just like to be able to help her out in any small way. And I ask that you, if you can please just share this campaign around to anyone that may know her, just to sort of really help her out right now. Not to sort of help her out, but to really, really help her out. The campaign is in Australian dollars. I've set the campaign pool for 6,000 Australian dollars. That will bring it down to around 4,000 to 5,000 US dollars. I'm not sure. I chose an amount. I considered rent, I considered electricity, I considered food. You know, I just considered everything for a couple of months. And that's how I did that calculation. So I'm not sure if that's even an adequate amount. I just tried to like put it all together to the best of my ability. I know what it costs me. I know what power costs. I know what, Australian grocery bills cost. It's not uncommon for me to spend $400 at the supermarket, for me and my 3 kids. So I just tried to make those calculations, phone bill and electricity bill and, any other kind of like water bill and that kind of stuff, which sometimes comes through monthly. It sometimes comes through 3 monthly. But I know that she's going to be out of action for work for a while. So it could be anywhere between, sort of like 8 weeks to maybe 3 months. We're just not sure because she's already got these pre-existing health conditions that she's recovering from right now, and she's in a fair bit of pain, and then she's going to have surgery, so she's going to be in even more pain. So she's just in a lot of pain right now, and it's very hard to watch your friend go through that. And yeah, I just wanted to help her out as much as I can. So anything that you could do would be greatly appreciated, and please share this around. And yeah, that's all I have for you today, folks. Maybe a video on Wednesday. All right, my beautiful souls, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for taking the time to understand what is going on and to become familiar with Allorah's GoFundMe campaign. Any help would be greatly appreciated. Any support that you could give. If you're unable to give her financial support at this stage, go over to her Facebook page if you're friends with her on Facebook or, Instagram, and just send her a bit of love, because, sometimes we can forget the power of just, saying, I'm here for you. Can I do anything for you? Just sending you lots of healing, light a candle, anything that you can do for her would be greatly appreciated. And that's it for me today, folks. I'll chat to you again soon. Much love and many blessings.